Hello and welcome to No Nonsense Metal Reviews. Today I'm going to be taking a trip back to 2017 actually. Take a look at the self-titled debut from a band from Switzerland, Burning Witches. So actually, I've only just really come across these guys for the first time a few weeks ago. Why taking a look at an album from 2017? I think this is actually the reissue from 2019, but you know, it's been out for ages. Well, actually, I think that they're kind of still relevant at the moment. Actually, I noticed that they're the upcoming support for Primal Fear European tour, which is pretty awesome. And more impressively than that, I think they're due to release their fourth album at the end of May. I think May 28th is a UK release date anyway. So 4 albums in 4 years is pretty impressive actually. That's a good rate of releases. So I'm going to go back to this one. So this is, like I say, it's a reissue of 2019 with the inclusion of a 4-track live EP, Burning Alive, Burning Witches and Burning Alive. So, well, let's start with the off. Okay, these guys are from Switzerland. It's certainly got that European feel to it, but I have to say these guys really do kick butt. They are really awesome, actually. Really impressed with this album. Been playing it a lot since I got it a few weeks ago. I would say they're a heavy metal band, definitely, but they've got a lot of really, really crunchy thrash riffs in there. They're a step heavier. It's not just your average Judas Priest copy, you know. So let's have a little look in there. What we got? So they're the guys, Burning Witches, looking very metal there. So let's take a look at the album. It's actually produced by Schmier, if I'm pronouncing that right, from Destruction fame, man with the golden touch. Certainly from looking at Destruction's catalogue and actually how well produced this album is, I think it sounds clean, sounds brilliant, it sounds massive, it's got a huge sound to it, really well done. Not too overly polished, you can still make out all the instruments, you can hear the bass, this isn't Injustice for All. I don't want to say anthems, but this album really is kind of start to finish anthemic. There are so many massive choruses, proper sing-along stuff. You can tell these guys would be a great live shout. As evident on the 4 live tracks you get at the end there, the Burning Alive. So, just touch on what I mentioned there. It's very thrashy, actually. There's a lot of really, really crunchy riffs in there. If you like post-2000 Judas Priest and Maiden, and you like your more recent releases from Destruction, good example, Schmier, Creator, even sort of Accept, you get a pretty good feel for where these guys are coming from, what it's going to sound like. Just written a few notes for myself here, yeah. Crunching riffs, twin guitars, twin leads, some seriously good shredding solos in there, just really groovy. It's a really groovy album. Let's pick out a few tracks here. I'm going to go with a couple of tracks in particular, good references for the thrash aspect. The Death List, which is actually the closing or second to last track of the album. The last track itself is actually a rather cool cover of cool and clean cover of Judas Priest's Jawbreaker, which it really works. It's a great track. We'll enjoy that. So yeah, Death List. Huge riff. Absolutely blows you away. It just riffs all over this album. They're just throwing them out like nobody's business. But this song in particular, clocking in over 5 minutes, I think, really heavy track. It's personally my highlight of the album. Creator of Hell as well. The track before that, Again, these massive thrashy riffs, you just can't wait to be able to throw yourself into a mosh pit, and hopefully they'll play that. But it does have a strange sort of reminiscence. They've almost lifted the chanting chorus of Iron Maiden's Wicker Man. That's the one thing I can't quite get over. It's pretty much tone for tone the same chorus, but it's awesome. Awesome. We can all chant along to a bit of Wicker Man / Creator of Hell. Oh, awesome. What else we got here? Well, you've got to have your obligatory slower number. We've got our I don't want to say ballady, because it's not really ballady. It's a hard rock, slower song. Save Me on there. A good track. Actually shows off, I think her name is Serena, vocalist, shows off her more sort of clean vocals. The vocals on the album overall are good. She's a good singer there in the middle. Serena Telly, if I'm pronouncing that right. Forgive me if I'm not. Vocally, she's a good singer. She's got a good high note there. Lots of like harpy-esque screeching, shrieking, which is a different dynamic. Hey, it's metal. Sounds good. It works in context of the music. It's not just noise fake. The slower number, it's a good one. It's well put together. It's quite a nice sort of change of pace, you could say, actually, because the first sort of 3 tracks of the album, we've got Black Widow, Burning Witches, the title track, and Bloody Rose. They are back-to-back sort of big anthems. They are heavy metal anthems. They are very, very much inspired, you can tell, by Maiden and Priest, but there's a more modern edge to it as well. They're not ripping them off. It does sound, heavy metal. They're not going to reinvent the wheel here. But as a debut, strong start. You've got anthem after anthem after anthem there. We've also got the inclusion of a few short, sharp shocks there. We've got Metal Demons, which is a powerful number, and it features on the live EP there as well. We Eat Your Children. Questionable song name, but nonetheless, really ripping track. Really heavy, shreds, awesome stuff. The other one I wanted to mention, that was it. Creatures of the Night. Again, these huge choruses, really good sing-along stuff. This is the sort of stuff that is made for the live show. I haven't actually yet explored their later albums, but as a debut, this is a strong release, and maybe a few years old now, but any fans of those previously mentioned acts, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest post-2000, a bit of Destruction, female vocals, Serena does a pretty killer job. They're all top-notch musicians, actually. Really good, really good. If you love your heavy metal, you love a bit of thrash, you're gonna like this. You're not gonna go too far wrong here. Pretty cool cover as well. Trying to find an angle where it doesn't just come out with pure glare. There we go. So yeah, check it out. Check it out. The live numbers as well are definitely worth listening to. You get 4 tracks. Rather nice cover of Holy Diver there. If you don't know it, I don't know what you're doing here. But it's a great sing-along track, and they do a really good rendition of it. They don't butcher it. They don't butcher Jawbreaker. It's a refreshing revisioning. Burning Witches, their title track, massive choruses. It's so catchy. You can't help but have it in your head for a few days. And the riffs are tight. They are groovy. It's just metal for metal's sake. And Black Widow, again, really good track there. Anthemic, massive. So yeah, go check it out. If you like your heavy metal, you like your bit of thrash. album, I can't actually remember the name off the top of my head. New album, brand new studio, comes out at the end of May. So make sure you check this one out, check out the others like I need to, get the new one. So thanks for watching, check back soon for more reviews.